If they are, I haven't seen
Jimmy
them.
turned me on to the whole mice thing. I go, Jimmy, I found a mouse in my apartment. And Jimmy freaked out. He goes, if you have one, that means you have hundreds. I'm like, shut up, Jimmy. No fucking way. I got just one dumb stray mouse. And I killed that motherfucker in a glue trap. And then proceeded to kill between 50 and 60 more with electric traps.
Infestation.
Yes, Jimmy was correct. Oh, they're all around you. They're just trying to figure out how to get back into your apartment because they know that's where the good eats are.
Good eats.
Yeah.
Right.
The num-nums.
Huh? How'd you get rid of the mice? I made a deal with them. We played tic-tac-toe. I won 3 out of 4 games.
They had to leave.
That's right.
You temporarily got rid of the mice, my friend.
So they're still there, right?
Yeah.
I would guarantee it. You know what? Any of those electric traps around?
I'm not sure.
Set one of those electric traps. I guarantee. I will bet you $100, but then I don't know if you're going to be bullshitting me.
Shocking.
That you find one by tomorrow morning.
If I set the trap,
one electric trap.
I'll bring it in.
With some peanut butter in there.
Okay.
All right?
You got it.
I'm telling you, they're still around. Let's say hi to Dave in New York. Dave.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave.
How you doing, guys?
Good.
Good evening.
Hey, you.
Hey, happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thanks,
Hey, Dave, do you work in New York City?
I work in New York City. I'm a pest control operator. I'm licensed in New York and New Jersey. And I just want to let you know, you can rest easy, Opie. You don't. Those egg casings can be dropped in a bucket of acid, and nothing will get inside them. But if you crush them with your shoe, there's nothing that's going to hatch from them.
All right. What if one gets in the, the
tread.
The tread of your sneaker or something?
Nah, they can't. They got to move around. They can be killed very easily when they're very small.
Sir, the way I kill roaches is I sit on them bare bottom. What are some of the eggs you're caught in my ass hair?
Oh, jeez. I don't have an answer for that. I wish I did. But
hey,
just
Dave.
want to let you know.
Dave, screw the roaches. I want to know about rats. You do pest control in New York City?
Yes, I do.
All right. What's your feeling on rats? How many rats are in New York City?
Millions.
Rats, Marco.
Millions. I go out and I fight the good fight every day, but there's more and more.
I read I finally. I never told anyone. Finally got to the end of that rat book that I've been, picking up every once in a while, and just fascinated with rats. Yeah, they're everywhere. Why don't we see more rats then? Everyone says there's millions and millions in New York City, but you rarely see one.
Usually they're nocturnal. You won't see them until the infestation is so big that they're running around in the street during the day.
Right.
So, they burrow underneath, and every once in a while, like if you're driving up West Street, and you know how they have those little, those concrete things with the trees coming out of them on the promenade?
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you'll see one of them popping out of the sewer. From there, they're just going to grab something and they're running right back into the hole. So
where I see
nocturnal.
You know where I see a good amount of rats? Not now that they're not doing they're doing construction, but Washington Square Park. When you walk by at like 3 in the morning at the park, you just see like the leaves scuffling constantly. They're moving around.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is infested. All parks are infested with rats.
Yeah, especially in the subway systems also. I mean, there's not any time of the day you can go down in the subways and see multiple rats. I know that when I'm walking to the studio in the morning, any garbage day, just pick any garbage day that there's a bag on the street of New York. If you kick it, rats will come running out of them. And it's happened to me a bunch of times.
Oh, my God.
Just
And then
plenty
if
of rats.
they actually come towards you and they turn around real quick, they can get you with their tail.
Yeah.
And that hurts like a sumbitch.
How bad have you seen like roach-infested apartments or rat-infested apartments?
I've actually lifted up drop ceilings in office buildings and apartments where it actually pours down on me. It looks like a shower head full of cockroaches are coming down on me.
Oh, they just start pouring out of the ceiling?
Yeah, it's disgusting. I actually, when we're going in to do a clean out, I have to wear something similar to like a tight turtleneck kind of thing and zip up my coverall all the way to the top.
How about a glue hat in case they fall on your head?
Glue hat.
A hat made of glue.
I wear earplugs. It's gross. My neighbors think I'm insane. I got to strip down before my wife lets me into the apartment. I'm standing out there in my boxers before I got to bag everything up before I can come into my apartment.
Sure. And the thing about rats, you'll never get rid of them. They get smarter with all the stuff you guys are coming out with to kill them, right? They learn?
It's true. Well, rats are smarter than actually mice because what a rat will do is send a probe rat out. If there's something new in the environment, when we bait, they'll send a probe rat out just to check it out, see what's going on, and if they come back and everything is all right, then I'll bring a few more of his buddies. It's actually kind of spooky the
A
way they work.
probe rat.
Is that why, like, they've done studies on rats, they've actually heard, when you listen real close, one going, but it's not my turn.
All right, you got point.
I don't want to go.
So what's
Got
going
a
to
bad feeling about this one.
what's going to end up happening with the rats? Let's say in New York City, is it going to get to a point where or do they control themselves because there's not enough food? Like, how does that work? Why aren't they continuing to multiply to the point where we have to just give up and leave New York City?
Well, actually, if there's not enough food, they will turn to cannibalism.
Right.
You know, so it's a kind of delicate balance between baiting enough and then taking enough food and harborage away. You know, this is where, like, the Parks Department comes in. Like, if they keep all the stuff trimmed properly, then there's no harborage for them. You know, we need to be doing a regular baiting thing on a regular basis for some of these areas where you know, a lot of these, they wouldn't allow baiting before, that kind of thing.
What do you mean by baiting? Like telling one rat that the other one said something about him?
Wait, why wouldn't they allow baiting?
Well, because you get a lot of these typical conservationists in New York City that won't allow, you know, they feel that a rat is you know, an animal, and, you know, animals
Holy
have
shit,
quality
we're
of life and that
fucking
kind of thing.
doomed.
So the conservationists in New York State, especially in New York City, have kind of tied our hands and kept us from doing the proper thing.
We're fucking doomed.
Yeah,
It's a
that's pretty much
goddamn
what's
rat.
doing us in.
Are you
That's it.
kidding
That's it.
me?
So,
Ridiculous
you know,
environmentalists.
That's it. That's it. I mean, I'm kind of glad you're here. I have a job. That's how I pay the bills. But you know.
Recently I was walking home after a late night drink with some of the Philly crew and stuff, and we were walking by a brownstone, and there was some garbage, and I saw a rat go running into, like, the front area of a brownstone where there's some garbage, right? I go, wow, that's cool, and I went in for a closer look, and I swear to God, and maybe you could tell me what this means, that the rat hissed at me. I didn't see it anymore.
Yeah, no shit he
But
hissed at you.
It started hissing. What does that mean? Was there babies in the
It
area?
was a cat.
No. Usually what happens is when you get too close and a rat is trapped, it'll get up on his hind legs and kind of do this hissing, kind of guttural sound, kind of to scare something away.
Or
Dude.
choose your face off.
Dude, let me tell you,
Okay.
I was fucking petrified because it was dark, and all I heard was this hissing coming from the darkness. I couldn't run fast enough.
Yeah, it's disgusting. And the problem with rats is on a hardness index, their teeth are actually harder than steel.
Is there a way when the rat's, like, standing up like that and
Did you
hissing?
hear that? You can't just blow by that. Their teeth are harder than steel.
Oh, okay.
On a hardness index, yeah, they can.
Why don't they
actually
make buildings out of rat teeth? Smarty.
Go ahead, Jimmy. I'm sorry, but
That's right.
that's an amazing fact about rats. They could gnaw through anything. Is basically what this guy's saying.
Yeah, they can actually gnaw through sewage arcs, anything, you know, below ground, any conduit that carries pipe, that carries you know, electrical wiring, anything like that. So they're really, really a nasty problem.
And they also know how to unlock their own jaws so they could, like, get through, like, tiny areas and stuff. They unhinge their own jaws.
Yeah, they don't have bones; they have cartilage. If
Yeah, they
you
can
actually
flatten
put
their
the-
skeletons out.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they can get their head into something, they can get their whole body. You can actually take a rat and fold him backwards to where his head is touching his paint, kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
You won't break his bones.
I heard that's
Sexy.
the equivalent of tickling a rat.
He
Like,
loves
if you
it.
fold them backwards, you can actually hear them go, tee-hee.
Look, I'm sniffing my own asshole.
Yeah, they kind of laugh about it, like, ah, you got me.
You got me.
Rats are good-natured about the ribbing.
Yeah. the one thing about this book that I read, they said at any given time, I think I mentioned this on the air, but at any given time when you're walking around New York City, you're within feet of a rat.
Yeah.
They said
very true.
there's all sorts of tunnels under every sidewalk. They're in the walls of almost every building. They're just everywhere.
Very true.
Let me ask
Very
you-
true. It's like a whole network moving right under your feet while you're walking on the sidewalk.
What about this way of getting rid of them? I've heard this might work. Whereas, like, what you do is you get into their, like, nests, and you take out their little positive affirmations that they hang, and you write negative things, and it depresses them.
You could do that. Send them in undercover like a little rat 21 Jump Street or something. I don't know.
All right, thank you, sir. Good knowledge.
Thanks, guys.
Little knowledge today for everybody. Let's go to Louisiana. Carly, what's
I'll
up?
wipe that out.
Hey guys, I have to tell you what happened to me. I've never heard this happening to anybody else. I'm building a house in the country, and before it's finished, we move in. One night, and needless to say, the